if they can hear you being referred to as mommy.
I've never been called like mom, mama's mommy, none of that shit, and that's like I like that. I find that attractive.
You know, I'm from the north, so we say mom all the time. Like, what's good, mom? You straight? You know, but
then again, you be calling other girls mom,
right?
Like, just as like a friend thing, like
right. That's why I say it can't be. Gotta be different.
It's gotta be different, yeah.
You feel me? Like my lingo already, like my dialect a little. You wanna call you anything, but I call anybody. And I don't even call my mommy. My mom.
Then you just gotta say mommy or wife. That's the only thing that makes sense. And stop calling other girls mom. Just say shorty.
That's just how I talk, though. I ain't grew up with a mom anyway, so it ain't like
I'm saying, but you ain't used to. You ain't used to having a girl that you like.
For real, I ain't used to having a girl that.
Hey guys, I'm gonna just get right into the video, no intro, but do you see how like they're talking about something serious, like Hannah's trying to express how she feels about him calling other girls names, and he just starts laughing like this, like so obnoxiously. It's kind of throwing the other person off. Like, I feel like Lingo, in my opinion, does this like whenever like it's a serious topic, just to like, you know, so it's not as serious, just laugh it off, and it kind of like makes Hanna lose her train of thought. Like, that's gonna get old real quick. Like, immaturity is hella annoying after a while, like when you don't know when to be serious. And I feel like, in my opinion, Lingo doesn't know when to be serious.
You ain't used to having a girl that you like.
For real, I ain't used to having a girl that I like really like want to be with. For real.
Okay, so everything that I'm about to say is just my opinion, not fact, but whenever like a guy speaks to me, I would take it with a grain of salt, okay? Especially if they're like, you're the first girl I want to be with. Like, to me, that's a red flag. I mean, I know people can change this and that, but it's just like, I don't want to be no experiment. Like, I'm not going to be the test dummy, you know what I mean, to see if you can be loyal or not. Hell no. No, thank you. I mean, yeah, people can change, but are they going to be the change with me? No, like, figure it out first. But that's just my opinion. So I don't know personally, like, if I would believe a guy if he says, like, you know, oh, you're the first girl like that, you know, I don't want to cheat on, basically, but they've only been together like 6 months so far, you know what I mean? Like, 6 months, if you can't be with someone for 6 months, like, I would hope that you wouldn't cheat on someone for 6 months, but like, eventually these kind of people get bored. Like, they have to have something different all the time. They get bored, or like one little thing that goes wrong, they're gonna do what they're used to doing, and that's going somewhere else. Like, you know, if they get mad or upset, someone with more loyalty, like that isn't like about cheating, would, you know, talk it out, be more likely to figure it out instead of just running off, which Lingo has talked about before of him doing.
It's more of like wanting to.
Right. Having a healthy communication in your relationship is very imperative, and a lot of
You ain't used to having a girl.
Anyway, y'all, the reason why I am making these videos is basically to show you that, like, guys can say whatever, and guys will say whatever, but you have to be able to read between the lines and actually see what they're doing. Are they doing what they're saying, or are they just saying it to say it? Like, their actions need to match, you know, or else it's a red flag. Of course, a man can say anything he wants to you, so just remember that.
that's how you know if your food good.
Okay. Some girl in the last video, her name's Ariel, she said, just curious if Lingo worries about you working at the club. And I mean, does he worry like you could be entertaining other men, kind of like how you guys met and it was love at first sight?
No.
That's a real ass question, though.
No. You wanna know why?
Know what?
I'm not worried. I'm not intimidated. You wanna know why? Because this ain't the situation she was in when I met her.
Okay, guys, sorry I had to post that first clip, but it just shows that the mood he was in, so it kind of has to do with the story. But I'm going to put fruit over it so that you guys don't have to see that, because that was so gross. But do you see how his mood just switched up when she got on this topic? That tells me, like, that it's a sensitive topic for him. He doesn't really like talking about it, and it's really serious to him. And he's not usually a serious person, but when whenever they get on this topic, he gets way more, like, almost not angry, but you can, like, tell in his voice that he's serious about it.
This ain't the situation she was in when I met her.
Okay, yes, this isn't the situation she was in when you met her, but the thing is, you don't have a kid with her. You are in a 6-month relationship. What happens when it's after a year and she gets bored? Like, you know what I mean? You're acting like this situation can't come across again. Oh, she's getting bored. Oh, there's problems in the relationship. You know, maybe some Mr. Dream guy, just like you did, comes in the club and, you know, she accidentally slips up and give it, like, her name again. Exactly what happened. Like, it's not impossible that this situation couldn't happen again. If it happened once, it could happen again. And I wonder if that's like ever in Lingo's back of the mind. Like maybe he just doesn't think of that. But to me, if I was him, I would be thinking that.
And I don't gotta go into no type of further details. It's just that simple.
Not real shit, because why does he have to worry about anything when there is no conflict? You know what I'm saying? There's no.
And a lot of y'all stupid as fuck.
So what we telling them though?
How we met, first off.
Alright, so if we keeping it raw, funky, and gutter, truth be told, we met in the club.
Yep.
You know, so baby had it all the way together. But I really thought like her, or what she had going on, that she really wasn't gonna give me no play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he says, with what she had going on, I didn't think she was going to give me no play. So basically, Hanna kind of vented to Lingo. They kind of talk about it later on, but like she like told him about like Rozzy and her boyfriend situation right now, how she has a kid and all that, blah, 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 blah. And Lingo thought like, oh yeah, she's not going to give me a chance because she got all this drama going on. But you know, she was in a weakness spot because she had problems. So she's going to vent to a customer at the club. So what happens is if, you know, she's working one night and they go to the argument, like, you know, she goes into work and, you know, they're having a little argument. She's going to go tell customers her name like that. You know what I mean? That would be in the back of my mind.
Because he know the whole situation with Rozzy, y'all, and everything. He know everything. Yeah.
But
I have never went out of character when I was dancing. I don't know. I was very honest with him from the jump, and I don't be like telling people my business in the club. So like, you know what I'm saying? And when he said like, Hanna, but don't call me that, like I never say that. That's why I didn't remember, because I don't say that to nobody. That's how you know it's real, because I deadass didn't remember I said that.
And a lot of y'all stupid as fuck. All pun intended. Because I really don't care. You know, I'm that one who really don't give a fuck. And that's why I'm going to say y'all stupid. Because a lot of y'all assume because she a dancer. I ain't one of them niggas, girl, get out the club and all this goofy ass shit. Y'all see?
Okay, so he says he's not one of those get out the club, this and that type of guy, and that he really don't give a fuck that she's a stripper, this and that. He's not worried. That's what he's saying. And that's what I said about guys like to say stuff, but what do they mean? And how you can find out what do they mean is how do they act, those little side comments. You got to read in between the lines with every spoken word. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the actions of Lingo when he slips up.
Club in the 4 years I've been stripping. So it's like, damn, what the fuck was that?
Dancing. 4 years you've been dancing, you're not a stripper.
Dancing. But anyway, and then
See, right there, he had a slip up because what in the hell? We all know Hannah's a stripper. She does stripping vlogs. She literally titles her videos like stripper haul, stripper this. Like, she's always been calling herself a stripper. And now he's going to come and be like, you're not a stripper, you're a dancer. And she's just going to be like, well, anyway, like, what? You knew what it was when you signed up. You met her in the club as a stripper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not a prostitute. She's not, like, you know, a hooker. She's a stripper. Like, she just removes her clothes at the club. That's what a stripper is. Let's not play around, dancing, this and that. Yeah, dancer, stripper, but it's both, okay? And by him, like, getting so offended by that, that kind of tells you his stance on it and that he's not 100% okay with it. Those are the lines you got to read.
how do you handle rejection? I don't really get rejected, but if I do, like, it ain't no pressure. It ain't no like, you bitch. It's more like, it more be like.
So in this video, Hannah's answering Q&A questions on being a stripper, and someone asked, like, how do you handle rejection? Obviously, she has a man at home. So Lingo saying that, like, it didn't have anything to do with the conversation. It just kind of shows his insecurity. Like, she's literally talking about how, like, she's dealing with customers and, oh, they don't want a dance from her. Like, she's a stripper. Like, let's not pretend what she's there to do. Like, what? That's her job, right? So we're talking about her job, and he's like, oh, she got a man at home. Like, what? That has nothing to do with her getting, like, rejected at the club. Like, she's not trying to fuck them. She's not trying to get with them. She's trying to make money. You know, we all know that. She knows that. I feel like he's the only one that doesn't know that. Like, why does he have to feel like he has to say that? It's just like another thing of him kind of like slipping up that he's not 100% okay with her being a stripper.
Or like, it more be like, oh, I don't want to talk to nobody right now, or da 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 da. Like, it ain't, and that rarely even happens, so I don't even know.
She got a man at home anyway.
She's never being rejected.
She's saying...
I know what you're saying.
Oh.
I know what she's saying.
Okay, well, that's all the questions that I screenshotted. I'm sure there's more questions or whatever.
So y'all saw that, right? She's trying to explain to him, like, it doesn't have anything to do with that. And then he's like, I know what she's saying. You know, she's like, okay, whatever. I feel like she gets talked over a lot and doesn't get to put her word in a lot.
I ain't one of them niggas, girl, get out the club and all this goofy ass shit. Y'all see how she just opened my phone with her face?
Okay, so I just wanted to put this in because I just found it funny that he had to mention that. So basically, she grabs his phone, and then he notices it right away without really, like, looking over. He's like, do you notice how she just grabs my phone and just opens it and opened it with her face? Like, as if that's supposed to be, like, he's supposed to be rewarded for her being able to go on her phone, like, on his phone so easily. Like, you know, he didn't react to it. So, like, that tells me in the past, like, I don't know, he was always hiding shit, this and that. So he wants to be, like, rewarded. He's like, look how good, like, look, I didn't freak out. Like, there's nothing on my phone that there shouldn't be. But it's like, that's the normal. Like, you should have, like, each other's passwords. You should be able to go onto each other's phones, like, so easily. Because, like, what? There's nothing on there, like, that would be weird to find. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he wants to be praised. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe that's just him, like, trying to change. But, like, the whole, like, thing of their channel is trying to show, like, healthy relationships. And I feel like that's, like, Lingo's, like, learning through it, like, while doing it. Like, this is his first time doing it. And he's trying to teach while still learning himself.
I'm gonna start practicing just because clearly it bothers you.
Cause you raw. It bothered me cause you raw. And you could be great with this shit for real.
Okay, guys, so I'm just going to finish up the video with this, but this video is so weird to me. So basically, like, this is just, like, a smoking video, but, like, Lingo starts getting into, like, Hannah's talents and stuff. It's almost like he wants to be her manager. Like, he's like, you need to get in the studio, this and this, and he just goes on. And, like, Hanna, like, always says that she gets, like, quiet when she's high, but, like, this video is so weird because, like, she's just, like, sitting there. Okay, I get it, she's high, but he just keeps going on and on and on, and, like, it just seems like Hannah's not really into it. But anyway, you'll see. Just watch.
Like, I lost a lot of time because I went to prison, and the decisions that I made, you know what I'm saying, when I was young, it's like, you already got fucking 30,000 Instagram followers and shit. Like, you already that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, with your, that's your jouet. Even though it's not something that you really want to do, like you said, you want to put out the music as it come, but it's gonna come to you the more you play with your words and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The more you sit back and just be like, just anything, you know what I'm saying? Just playing with it and exercise, but more than harmonizing, trying to play with your words and trying to set shit up and your setups and your intros, outros, you know what I'm saying? Just getting your shit right, lining your shit up right, so it'll come off of like, that's what your manager didn't do. He ain't really like, but he couldn't do that though. You feel me? He really couldn't, to be honest with you. And the reason he couldn't is because he didn't have that. He didn't really have what he was trying to portray. You get what I'm saying? Although he had the little studio equipment and shit, your words didn't line up to the setup. That's why the setup didn't allow you to really be like, I'm all in on it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. But it was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what I want to do. You was drawn to it. You get what I'm saying? But the setup wasn't. So he really couldn't be like, man, come on, now I'm coming to get you. Couldn't. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, and it's really about the music. So I show you all these movies and shit when they be like, nigga, it's about the music. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be down and all that. Motherfuckers be this shit, let them out the whole time. Be out there like, no. You know, it be about the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just got it for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you definitely one of the people who got it for real.
Like, I don't know, y'all. Hopefully this is just, like, encouraging words. Like, he's, like, trying to be a supportive boyfriend. But just from the start, he's always been talking about how she has 30,000 followers, how she has so many subscribers on YouTube. Like, even from the very first video, if you watch, he talks about how he looked her up and he saw that she had all these, like, followers. Like, it's always been about followers, this and that. Oh, they're going to do a couple channel now. Like, he's on the like channel name, this and that. So you it's hard to tell. Like, that's what celebrities always talk about. Like, it's hard to tell who's really genuinely there. You don't know until you know, right? So, you know, all we can do is watch. And then also with the stripper thing, like, if he's not okay with her being a stripper, that's eventually going to come out too, and that's going to be downfall. But what can you do?
You definitely